You've been learning English for how long now? 1 year? 2 years? Maybe 5? And let me guess, you still freeze up when someone asks you a simple question. You still can't watch an English movie without subtitles. You still feel like there's this massive gap between what you know and what you can actually use. Sound familiar? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mr. English Teacher, and today I'm going to expose the biggest lie in English learning, and then show you the one method that actually works. But before we get into it, hit that subscribe button because what I'm about to share is going to completely change how you approach learning English. Here's the shocking truth that nobody wants to tell you. All those grammar books you bought, the vocabulary apps where you memorize 100 words a day, those expensive online tutors charging you $50 an hour, they're not bad, but they're painfully slow and incredibly inefficient, and I can prove it to you right now. Think about how you learned your first language. Did your parents sit you down with a grammar textbook when you were 2 years old? Did they make you memorize conjugation tables? Of course not. You learned by listening, watching, and absorbing the language naturally through context. You heard apple 1,000 times while looking at an apple, and boom, your brain made the connection. No translation, no memorization tricks, just pure natural acquisition. So why are we learning English in the complete opposite way? It makes no sense. And that's exactly why so many people spend years studying English but can barely hold a conversation. They're learning about English instead of actually acquiring English. There's a massive difference. Now let me introduce you to the game changer, comprehensible input. I know, sounds fancy and academic, but stay with me because this is ridiculously simple and insanely powerful. Comprehensible input basically means consuming English content that you can mostly understand, even if you don't know every single word. Your brain fills in the gaps through context, visuals, and repetition. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Imagine I'm talking to you right now and I say, I'm holding a cup. This cup is red. I'm drinking water from the cup. Now I'm putting the cup on the table. Even if you're a beginner, you can probably understand what's happening because you can see the cup, you hear the word repeated, and the actions match the words. Your brain is absorbing the language naturally, the same way a child does. This is how you learned your native language, and this is how you should be learning English. Not by memorizing that cup in Turkish is fincan, and then trying to translate it every time you see one. No, you see a cup, you hear cup, you think cup. Direct connection. No middleman. Here's the beautiful part about comprehensible input. It teaches you everything at once. While you're watching or listening, you're picking up vocabulary, sure, but you're also absorbing pronunciation, rhythm, intonation, natural sentence structure, and most importantly, you're training your brain to think in English. All of this happens simultaneously, without boring drills or textbooks. Research actually backs this up. Studies have shown that learners who use comprehensible input methods progress 4 times faster than those using traditional textbook approaches. That means 1 hour of watching engaging English content that you mostly understand is worth 4 hours of traditional classroom instruction. Let that sink in for a second. 4 times faster. So how do you actually implement this? I'm going to give you a 3-step system that's simple, effective, and honestly kind of fun. This is the exact method I teach all my students, and the results speak for themselves. Step 1. Consume comprehensible input daily. And I'm not talking about watching Hollywood movies that are way above your level where you understand maybe 10%. I'm talking about content designed specifically for your level. Videos where someone speaks clearly, uses context and visuals, and explains things in a way you can follow. That's exactly why I create the content I do on this channel. Real life situations, clear explanations, lots of context, all at a pace you can actually absorb. You want to aim for content where you understand about 70 to 80%, not 100% because then you're not learning anything new, but not 20% either, because then you're just lost and frustrated. That sweet spot of 70 to 80% is where the magic happens. Your brain is engaged, it's challenged, but it's not overwhelmed. Step 2. Reinforce what you just learned. This is where a lot of people drop the ball. They watch a video, feel good about it, and then move on. But if you want to actually retain this stuff, you need to engage with it actively. Here's what I recommend. After watching a comprehensible input video, take 5 minutes to review the key words and phrases. You could use ChatGPT. Seriously, it's a game changer for language learning. I actually created a custom prompt that you can use. It's in the description below. You just paste in a word or phrase from the video, and ChatGPT will give you the definition, show you examples in past, present, and future tenses, and even quiz you to make sure you understand it. You can customize it to explain things in English only, or in English plus your native language if you need that extra support. This 5-minute review session cements everything you just learned and moves it from short-term to long-term memory. Step 3. Optional but powerful for long-term retention. If you really want to lock these words in forever, use a spaced repetition system like Anki. This is basically flashcard software that shows you words right before you're about to forget them, which is scientifically proven to be the most efficient way to memorize anything. You don't have to do this, but if you're serious about never forgetting what you learn, it's worth the 15 minutes a week. Now let me tell you why this method is so much better than what you're probably doing right now. Traditional learning is like trying to build a house by memorizing what every brick looks like without ever actually building anything. You end up with a lot of knowledge but no ability to use it. Comprehensible input is like learning to build by actually building. You're using the language in context, so your brain naturally understands how everything fits together. Plus, and this is huge, it doesn't feel like studying. When you're watching interesting content that you actually enjoy, your brain is relaxed and open. You're not stressed about getting everything perfect. You're just absorbing, the same way you absorbed your first language. That's why kids learn languages so easily. They're not worried about making mistakes or sounding stupid. They just listen, absorb, and try. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, commit to watching at least 15 minutes of comprehensible input content every single day. Use my videos, use other creators who make this kind of content, whatever works for you. But make it non-negotiable. 15 minutes every day, no excuses. And here's what's going to happen. In week 1, you'll notice you're understanding more than you expect. By week 2, you'll start recognizing words and phrases automatically without translating. By week 4, you'll surprise yourself by thinking in English without even trying. I've seen this transformation hundreds of times with my students, and it never gets old. Before we wrap up, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the biggest struggle you're facing with English right now? Is it speaking, listening, vocabulary? Let me know because I read every single comment and I use your feedback to create videos that actually help you. And if you found this valuable, do me a favor. Smash that like button and share this video with someone who's struggling to learn English the old, slow, boring way. Let's help as many people as possible break through that frustration and finally become fluent. Remember, you don't need expensive courses. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You just need the right method, consistency, and a little bit of patience. You've got this, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. All right, my friend, I'll see you in the next video. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Fluency is closer than you think.